I'm not going to lie, it's been pretty difficult to find time to paint and make any sort of videos over the last few months. I'm sure you've noticed that with my channel, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see a lack of uploads on there as well. And the most annoying part is that it's not through choice. I would like to do a lot more, but I just haven't had the most ideal setting for creating anything over the past 3 months or so. And it's a bit frustrating. For reasons out of my control, my studio is quite a dinky and dark internal room with only one window that looks out into a hallway. So as far as studios go, it's not the most bright and welcoming space I've ever been in. Alongside that, it has very little storage inside it, so I'm just constantly surrounded by boxes and suitcases. It's sort of an in-between studio, but how long it will be the in-between space, I don't know. So I guess it just doesn't feel like a place where I can settle and create. Alongside that, I also have a day job that I have to attend, and just like every job, it's mentally and physically tiring. And after a long day, all that I have been really craving is to do a bit of yoga and a bit of reading, so it's been hard to actually force myself to do any painting. And I don't really want to force myself to do painting as well. It should be more of an enjoyable activity. So work's a bit of a bummer, and overall I've just been struggling to really find time for myself, I suppose, and to sit down and get into the right headspace for doing some painting or working on these videos. So not that these past months have been bad or anything, but I've just felt very frustrated and unproductive when it comes to creating anything online or on paper. But especially over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've really noticed myself getting into a pattern that I don't really want to get into, where I'm consuming a lot more than what I'm creating. I never feel that great when I've just been watching a lot of TV shows or YouTube and not actually producing or creating anything myself, whether that's me creating videos like these or painting or even writing. I always feel the best when I'm actually creating something. And these last couple weeks I have been creating literally nothing, and it's sort of come to a point where I just feel very frustrated and that I need an outlet. And I have the outlet, I just haven't been really managing my time properly, I guess, when it comes to it. So I think it's time to bring out the dreaded D word and become a little bit more disciplined with myself, and I suppose just to value my time a little bit more. So here is my plan at the moment. Currently, I can't change my studio. I'm stuck in my little dingy cupboard for now, and I obviously also can't leave my job because I need to eat food, so I need to work around these two things. And I think my way to do that at the moment is to take little steps towards bigger goals. I think I've mentioned this before, but I do get overwhelmed when I have this big goal, even if it's just an idea to create a painting. I just feel like I need to sit down and have 8 hours to do the whole painting from start to finish in one sitting. And that's just not the way I can work at the moment, nor is it probably a healthy way to work. So to get around that whole thing, I need to start taking little steps towards things. That just means, for example, doing a draft sketch one night and then maybe trying to do an initial sketch the next, and then maybe trying to do a proper sketch the next night after that, etc. Just very small moves. And I think I also need to keep reminding myself that it's okay if I'm not painting every day, and to not feel stressed that I'm not painting every day. I think if I could at least do something even once every 3 days, Well, I'd be a lot better off than what I'm currently doing because I haven't actually touched a paintbrush in 2 weeks, I think now, which is very annoying and not the direction that I want to go in. So I really just need to stop overthinking things and be a bit more lenient on myself, but also a bit more disciplined at the same time. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. And even as for this channel as well, just like painting, I usually like to film and do the audio in one day and then edit over a couple days and then upload. That is ultimately my ideal pattern to make a video. But because I don't have that time, I need to come back to the old saying of take one bite of the elephant at a time and actually just film here and there over the course of 1 or 2 weeks, even if it's just a couple minutes every so often. Eventually I'll have a whole video's worth of footage and be able to edit it together, and it should be cohesive if my editing is anything to go by. So yes, this is a bit of a ramble and it's a bit unprepared, but if I had prepared any more, then it would be another week until I actually got around to recording the audio, and I'd just be really annoyed if I had to put this off for another week. So that's my current situation. I'm just in an unideal situation at the moment when it comes to art, and because of that I need to take these little opportunities to just keep creating things instead of just putting a big full stop on everything, because it doesn't help me in the long term and I miss creating. I thought this video would be a good one to make because even though it's not really that exciting in terms of subject or footage, I think it's something that probably a lot of people deal with when they just don't have the ideal studio space that they want, or they're really lacking in time. It's nice to know that you're not alone in that issue. So if you are struggling with a similar sort of problem that I am, then you're not alone, and we shall get through this together. Even if we just create one thing a week or one thing every 3 days, then that would be a lot more than what we're currently doing. Okay, that will do for now. It won't be another 2 months until I make another video. And it's not all doom and gloom. There's an exciting thing coming up in my life very soon and I will be filming it all, so that video may be a few months away, but the next one will not be. Okay, I'll stop rambling now. Thanks for sticking around, and thank you for 1,000 subscribers as well. That was very nice. Okay, bye for now.